So our statement is, I am the true vine, and it's not this type of vine.
Of something funnier than 24.
Let me hear it.
21.
This is found in John 15:1-8. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself, it must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing.
Alright, so some background for what he's saying, some before and after, is before he says this is during the Last Supper. And right before he gives this metaphor, he predicts Judas' betrayal of himself,
which is stated in Matthew 26:14-16. Then one of the 12, the one called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and asked, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him over to you?" So they counted out for him 30 pieces of silver. From then on, Judas watched for an opportunity to hand him over.
But other than that, he also encourages his disciples,
which is basically like the entire chapter of John 14.
Shortly after this, Jesus' predictions come true.
Jesus is betrayed, and then he gets crucified.
So now we want to talk about how this image ties into what Jesus is teaching about himself, and how the audience would be able to understand his teaching. Apart from the vine, the branches and leaves are useless. In the same way, we are spiritually useless, separated from Jesus.
Also, throughout the Bible or Jesus' life, it claims that he is the Son of God.
So, a good modern day analogy of this was, well, back then, their vineyards were pretty commonplace, and most everyone understood how they worked. So this analogy would be clear to them, but maybe not clear to everyone today. So here's an analogy.
So God is the electricity controlling the Wi-Fi. Like, without electricity, we wouldn't be able to power anything. Just cut that part.
A present-day representation of this might be the Wi-Fi at home. We are the tech and rely on the internet.
God is the electricity controlling the Wi-Fi. Without electricity, we wouldn't be able to power anything, ultimately making everything unusable. Without Wi-Fi, our phones are basically useless. In comparison, without God, we wouldn't exist. But since there is God, there is Jesus, and there's us.